All right, what up, guys? Let's go ahead and get the drivers' meeting out of the way. Welcome to the DES Premier Truck Race here at Martinsville Speedway. Please remain off the track after the drivers' meeting is completed. Tonight will be a total of 175 laps. We will have stage breaks at lap 40 and 75. That is 40 and 75. We have no fast repairs, 4 additions to the tires. A few things to note: the only black flags will be cleared passing from yellow to wrecked cars and wrecking into the pits. We will not clear a black flag for speeding through pits or unsafe entry or exit. During the restart, let's keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump the start will result in a penalty. And when taking the green flag, you must maintain in your line until you cross the stripe. After a yellow flag is out and you've safely made it through any wreckage, please catch up to the pace car immediately to prevent delaying others. And when cycling through green flag, stop, state over the radio what your intentions are to allow others to move around you. We got a hot track out here tonight, guys. Let's take it easy. Good luck. Let's have some fun.
Good evening, DES iRacing fans, friends, and family. Welcome to week 11 of the Premier Truck League. We are here at Martinsville Speedway. Going to be an awesome race. As always, with me is Edwin Warren, our producer Damon O'Brien, and up in the booth before the race, we got the 88 of Hunter Davis. Hunter, you are currently sitting P1 in points, man. I know that you excel at these short tracks. What are you feeling? What are you thinking coming into this race?
I'm a little nervous. Martinsville is a really difficult track because a lot of the racing is really dependent upon the guys around you. So no matter if you think you're fast here, right? If the guy behind you overdrives a corner, that may end your night pretty early. So it's kind of everybody working together to have a good green flag run and to let the speed move to the front. So I'm definitely looking forward to tonight's race.
Yeah, I know that you have in the past been a master at strategies. Now, coming into this race, you're going to have a strategy in mind. Is that going to consist more of conservation or more of consistency?
So, typically Martinsville isn't a super huge tire-heavy track. It's more based off track position than it is tires. But being that the track temp is as warm as it is, I think we're going to notice cars start pushing a little earlier than what we normally would. So that's definitely kind of throwing a wrench in what I'm thinking, but it all depends on, what everybody else does. I kind of like to follow off everybody else's strategy and then kind of develop my own from there.
And now, before we grid up here, last question for you. You're currently sitting number one in points. You're only 13 points away from the guy in P2. Does that put a little bit extra stress on you, or does that make you just want to go out and do better and get more points?
I mean, I wouldn't say that it necessarily puts more stress on me. I think that, with our upcoming schedule, we got Talladega after this, Dover, Chicagoland, New Atlanta, those are all tracks that I thoroughly enjoy. So I think going, even if I do end up having a bad race here, lose a few points here and there, I am kind of going into my strong suit of tracks.
Awesome. Well, man, as always, it's good to talk to you and having you up here. Hopefully, by the end of the race, we get to talk to you again.
Hey, awesome. Thanks, guys. Hope you guys have a good broadcast out here, and good luck to everybody out here.
Absolutely, man. Good luck. Now we are gridded, getting ready to take off here. These guys are getting ready to go. We're going to start looking at our lineup here. Sitting on the pole position is the 35 of Judson Curtis. On his outside is the 73 of John Crosby. Looking at row 2, we got the 4 of Chuck Burley. On his outside, the 68 of Tom Ringer. Got two teammates side by side. Row 3, we got the 13 of Tanner Honeycutt. On his outside, another teammate of his, the 88 of Hunter Davis. Row 4, starting in 7th place, we got the 69 of Todd Perrant. On his outside is the 56 of Mark Holloway. Looking at row 5 here, we're going to have in 9th place the 63 of Craig Knoll with Charles Connor, the 67 on his outside. Row 6, 11th place is the 3 of Sean Dion and Jonathan Geist in the 32. Row 7, let me look, these are going to be our non-qualifiers, people that decided to try and start in the back. Starting in 13th is going to be the 60 of Brian Sousa. On his outside, the 5 of Brandon Hinton. Then we got behind them the 9 of Tad Dabney with the 23 of Thomas Long on his outside. And that's going to be all of our drivers tonight. It's going to be a fun race. It's a short track, Martinsville. It is a hard track to run. I expect we're going to see a lot of bumping, a lot of banging. Might even see a lot of cars spinning themselves out. We got a hot track tonight. It's 121 degrees on track. That is in Freedom units. So going to be hot, going to be slick. These guys are going to really have to watch it here on these cold tires coming to the green here with 1 lap to go. Lights are off on the pace car. Got a lot of guys up here that, we got some good speed. The 35, Judson Curtis, he's a name we're familiar with, and we've had up here in the booth a couple times. On his outside, we got the 73 of John Crosby. That is a beer run racer looking to secure his first win here in DES. I wish him the best of luck as the pace car is going to be going down pit road. We're coming around turn 3, about to come out of 4. Looking for the green flag to drop, and here we go. Green's in the air. Oh, got loose. The 4 of Chuck Burley takes out his teammate, the 68. He looped it on that restart, them cold tires, man. And caution is going to come out. Lap 1/4 of 175 laps tonight. Just the 4. He got loose there on that restart. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I knew some crazy stuff was going to happen. We're going to have issues with the cold tires and the hot track. And let's go ahead and look at the 4 here, what happened. Yeah, it's just unfortunate. Looks like not a lot of people got damage here. 4 is going to have damage, 68, the 13, and hopefully not really anybody else. Oh, maybe the 3 trying to check up, but we're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more Premier Truck League on DES iRacing.
Hey, Mike, I know you think your truck is totally sick. But this is what I think of your precious 4x4 hang out all day with your stupid friend's truck. Push it!
At the river mouth, the bears catch only the tastiest, most tender salmon, which is exactly what we at John West want.
Oh, look, an eagle!
Welcome back. Here we go. Pace car is off. We're about to go green. We do have a new race leader, the Beer Run Racing's very own 73, John Crosby. Looked like Crosby got a good jump there. 70 or the 35 rather. Was not expecting that. Got kind of a late start. And that allowed the 88, who was starting on the inside as well, to get up, get in front of him. Got some good battles back there, some too wide. We do have a caution out again, lap 7 of 175. We'll go ahead and come back and see if we can find what happened. Sounds like the 60 got into the 3 a little bit. Yeah, he not really sure. Back that up. I think he was worried about getting into the 3, so he got into the brakes, and it just, yep, right there, tried to stay out of him and ended up clipping that wall and sent him back up track. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully he doesn't have too much damage and he's able to get back out there. But with 8 laps in the books of 175, we will go to a very quick commercial break and be right back here at Martinsville Speedway.
My girl and 2 bows, we both getting old. It won't be much longer before we in a home. We go to Walgreens, we both got bad knees. I bet you don't know much about these things. But once a month when Social Security comes, it's the only time of month where we're having fun. Every fancy like White Castles on a Tuesday night. Give the double cheese slider, ain't nothing much finer with some onion rings on the side too. 2 hours later, gotta go boom, get you something pinto when you get home. Gonna be in the bathroom on your own. It's a St. Louis party that we do once a month. Hey, this how we do what we do. Old life. Where my chicken? I don't know. Where it at? I don't know. Don't be too long. You know I'm fat. Sure don't forget the sides, rice and gravy and biscuits. Girl, hurry, cause I'm hungry. Woo. My kitchen's clean, ain't no mess. Nah. I got the chicken straight from Buffalo. We're eating chicken in the kitchen. Don't be lazy, pass the gravy, cause you know that it's tasty.
Then they're sweet. Sour Patch Kids. Sour, sweet, gone.
Welcome back to Martinsville Speedway. We are about to go green as the pace car drops down. Going to be starting lap 112 of 175. Looks like we do have a change in position. The 88 has worked his way all the way from 5th to second here. Ooh, John Crosby, he gets a little loose there. Able to save it.
Got a car into the wall, actually. Car into the wall, but he was able to keep running, and now there's a wreck.
And then he wrecked.
Thomas Long.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think what might have happened there is he spun his tires trying to go green there, and it just warmed him up. So once he hit that turn, he was on even slicker tires, and it just looped him around.
Yeah, he's lined up right there, gets on the throttle, and just too much into it. Sends him into the wall. He bounces off the wall more. Tries to then make the corner, and the car is just overheated at this point, and it just hooks it.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for the 23 of Thomas Long. I mean, if you watch from the beginning, he was doing everything he could multiple times. He was staying in his lane. He didn't pass the driver in front before the start-finish line. As soon as they passed, he tried going on his inside, had to avoid him again, and then finally got caught up inside the turn. So he avoids him, waits until to change lanes, tries to avoid him again, and yeah, unfortunate for him.
And you know, here at Martinsville, the insides of the corners are actually concrete, while the normal track is asphalt. So you do have that change of, pavement type. That can also aid into that. Once the tires get hot on that asphalt, when they hit that concrete, it's going to be like driving on ice.
Yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out because, I don't think people understand, some people might not be able to comprehend the difference between the asphalt and concrete. If you run a completely concrete track, you can get used to driving on that. The track conditions as the race goes on and all that rubber builds up and the heat fluctuates. But then asphalt is the same way. You get used to it, and then you come to a place like Martinsville where you're asphalt on the straights and you know how it handles, and then as soon as you need to go and turn, you're on that much slicker concrete, and it completely changes the way the car drives.
And it's going to be a constant issue for these guys as they're getting back double file right now. Hunter Davis, who, like you said, worked his way up, but he's got to dispatch John Crosby, who is strong on these short track races. So he's going to be looking to go good. We've already got, out of the 16 people that showed up, 11 people only on the lead lap.
Yeah, there's still plenty of racing, so hopefully these guys can get caught back up. Some of them are going to be multiple laps down, but yeah, coming here to the green, John Crosby gets a good jump there, but the 35, I mean, he stays right with him that time. Now, you got to, love the position that some of these guys behind him are in. I mean, you got the 69 Todd Perrant. He's hoping that those leaders up there are going to battle for position and slow each other down.
And as Crosby washes up a little bit, it allows Hunter Davis to get closer to him. The two Titans that we've seen for the last 2 weeks are sitting P2 and P3. You've got Hunter Davis and John Crosby right there. But unexpected person, Jonathan Geis settling into that fourth place position, and Tad Dabney in fifth.
Yeah, you got a lot of these drivers here that, I mean, some of them play the long game. They're more into the long runs and how their car handles and can drive like that. And then you got some of these guys that are just speed demons, but, they can't keep that speed up for a long time. And so it's going to be interesting to see where we finish here. Ooh, as the 35 makes contact with the 88.
And that's a problem with Martinsville. With the way this track is designed, you're almost guaranteed some kind of contact. If anybody tells you differently, they're lying to you, because it's such tight corners. It's a paperclip, a flat paperclip. You are guaranteed to tap somebody at some point, as Judson Curtis takes me to.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a little bit of door rubbing, when it pops that up and says, contact with number whatever, as long as you guys are still maintaining side by side, you haven't ruined anybody's race, you not shoved them in the wall, whatever it is, there is nothing wrong with a little bit of contact between drivers. That's to me that's a fun point when you're just pushing it. Ooh, the 9 of Tad Dabney got into the wall.
Now, something I want to point out is this is a hard braking corner. So take a look at their front ends, how they're sitting up high, but watch them all slam down. But a couple guys have got it smoothed out. So as we watch them go into turn 3, if we start with Tad Dabney here, slam down. But Mark Holloway, not a slam down. He's got it figured out. He's smooth on the brake pedals. And as we go around and we go into turn 1, look at that. Tad Dabney, he's got a slam down, but some of these guys don't. They've got it figured out. They know how to preserve their brakes, because heating up your brakes heats up your tires.
Yeah, that's a good way to wear out that front right tire a lot quicker, being on those brakes really hard. But you can also notice the difference in, like you're saying, the 9 being on those brakes really hard, the 56 being very smooth with it and intentional with the way that he's entering that turn. He gains on him on the turn, every turn. The thing that's killing him is he has nowhere to go with all that momentum, so he has to check up for the 9, and on corner exit, that's where that gap keeps coming from.
And if you look here, Hunter Davis has been caught. Oh, Tanner Honeycutt spins out, hits the wall. He's stopped on the track. That's going to be out of caution.
Hit that wall a ton. Hopefully he's not going to have too much damage from that. We go look back and look at a replay real quick of the 13. This is Tanner Honeycutt. See what happens to him. He probably got it loose and overcorrected.
And he's down the straightaway, and then he hits into the corner. You see that slam down. He's trying to catch Jonathan Geis, his teammate. But, yep, too much throttle on exit.
Yeah, that's unfortunate because, he's a pretty smart driver, pretty good, and doesn't make a habit of making mistakes like that. So, you really hate seeing it for a guy like him.
And for a fact he's learned from that. But look who's getting back on the lead lap, Charles Connor. He's coming back to get back on the lead lap right now, and he's looking to work his way towards the front. He is a short track ringer. He is known for being really good on short tracks. He's actually the last DES iRacing Street Stock champion. So, he knows how to wheel around the short track.
About to finish up 28 laps, starting 29 of 175. What were you going to say about Thomas Law?
Oh, I was saying he's exiting pit road. That's all. I was just giving a little call out about people on track.
Yeah, you see we still have 11 drivers on the lead lap. Tanner Honeycutt, who was just involved in that last incident, he is going to be, as of right now, the first truck a lap down. But he's going to have to hold off Thomas Long to ensure that if another caution comes out, he does secure that lucky dog position.
Here's where it's working against him is he is since Charles Connor is the first car to get the lucky dog, he's got to go back to the longest line. So it's between Thomas Long and Tanner Honeycutt now. And again, Tanner Honeycutt is fast out here, so we'll look to see him try and get past Thomas Long as soon as possible.
Now, if you're in that position, this is a rhetorical question. If you were in that position, would you be holding off, waiting for a caution, trying to save your stuff, or would you be fighting it hard, running up through the people, trying to pass everybody you can?
Save your stuff. A stage break is coming. Save your stuff as we come around through 3 and 4. Definitely save your stuff. Crosby's going to lead him to the green flag with Judson Curtis to his outside, Hunter Davis right behind him, Jonathan Geis outside of the second row. But look at that, Tad Dabney stuffing his nose in there. He's going to try and gain a position right now.
Yeah, now that's exciting to see watching these guys go side to side. I mean, you could sometimes not pass, you can walk between those trucks. They're so close on some of these turns.
And look at that. Hunter Davis dispatches Judson Curtis. Now Jonathan Geis coming under threat from Brandon Hinton, his teammate as well. He's going to have to give a little bit of space, but he's going to drive it hard into the corner and try to get a good drive off on the corner so that he stays in front of that 5 truck.
Yeah, and that 5 truck, man, he has so much patience. Like I said earlier with the rhetorical question, I do not have the patience to stay in the back and just kind of chill. I mean, if I'm faster than the truck in front of me, I'm going to pass them, whether I'm a lap down or not, and I need to get better at doing that. Now, the 5 here has patience. He could have stuck his nose up underneath the 32. He could have gotten to his inside and actually started battling for that position, but he knows how many laps they've ran, what they've got left, and he's calculating when it's going to be time for him to make his move.
I have to agree with you like that. He is definitely paying attention. Look how he's maintaining in front of the 68, but as well as maintaining with the 32. But the 68 says, hey, I've had enough. I'm going for this position. 5 car recognizes that, moves out of the way.
Yeah, you know, he's willing to give up a position or two versus sacrificing his tires, because when it's go time, he's going to have enough of that grip to start getting some of those positions back.
Oh, and Geis slides into the wall.
Man, that hurt a ton. He's got a lot of damage. He's into the wall again back there.
I think he might have damaged something. He might have broke something bad, because he is dropping like a rock. He's fallen into the clutches, almost into the clutches of Charles Connor.
Yeah, I imagine that car is pretty hard to handle right now. It looks like he might have broke one of those right front toe links. So that hopefully he's able to keep it on track long enough for a caution to come out and try to go get some repairs.
If I remember
Ooh,
correctly,
Tad
they do
Dabney
have
washed
stage
up.
break
Oh,
here in the
drops
truck,
down,
right?
takes out the
he gets rid of
56.
Mark Holloway.
And there's no caution on that. We stay green. Oh, caution does come out now. This is going to be the stage break, actually, which kind of was fortunate for those guys involved in that accident. Lap 40 of 175 in the books. Looking at our top 10 there, that's the 73 of John Crosby, the 88 of Hunter Davis, 35 Judson Curtis, 64 Tom Ringer, Brandon Hinton coming in 5th in the 5.
And that's going to allow these guys to come down pit road. And look how many are coming down pit road. While they do this, we're going to go to a quick commercial break.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Nap Time, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Nap Time. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-to-sleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Nap Time, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime Solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more. Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it.
Here we go. Pace car is off. We're getting ready to go green. Coming to the green flag of stage 2. Going to be our opening lap for the second stage here. John Crosby is going to be in first with Hunter Davis starting on his outside. And Hunter kind of spun the tires a little bit on that. And kind of messed up his momentum there.
Looked like Todd Perrant slept on that start even more than he did, and it allowed Hunter Davis to kind of secure himself, and he gets back into the P2 position. But Charles Connor started in P6, and he's up there running up there too. We're going to get that left side ticker up for you guys so you can see the running order of these dudes.
Yeah, we got a little bit of battle for position back with the 35 of Judson Curtis. A couple people trying to make some passes there. You got the 67 who's finally on the lead lap after getting wrecked out early in the race. He's battling, trying to make a pass on the 9 of Tad Dabney. Oh, the 68, he hits the curb.
That's going to unsettle that car real bad. He's going to have to really sort himself out, allow that 88 to get away from him a bit, sort himself out, and get back towards there.
Yeah, and you see there that the 35, he was able to make that pass, but not only did he make one, he made 2 of them. Yeah, he's pushed all the way back up into 4th.
Now, a lot of guys I want to keep my eyes on are the very consistent guys. You know, the guys who know how to consistently turn laps, which at this point, which have proven through the season today here. We've got to keep our eyes on Hunter Davis, Judson Curtis, Tom Ringer, and then you got to think about Brandon Hinton, Jonathan Geis, guys who really know how to log lap after lap without damaging their stuff. 56 is on pit road again.
Yeah, and I want to talk about our leader right now, John Crosby, the 73 truck. I mean, he has got some speed here tonight. He's put over a 1-second gap between him and our league points leader, Hunter Davis. And you think that they're going to have a chance to catch up to him, or do you think he's just going to run away with this thing?
If he's not burning his material, no. But if he is burning his material, they will definitely catch him. As you see Judson Curtis get past Hunter Davis. So he could be burning his material.
You know, and now you look at the
difference.
The difference is just over half of a second. So I think he might have been hoping that the 35 and the 88 were going to battle a little bit longer and just keep them slowed down.
Both those guys are really smart. They understand fighting at lap 52 of 175 is not a good idea. Now, do keep in mind, Judson Curtis did win last week, and that's what ended Hunter Davis's 3-week-long spread of race wins. So you definitely think Judson Curtis is either going to try to mirror those 3 weeks in a row or beat that. So he is in a hunt for another race victory. He definitely wants to set himself out as the favorite when the playoffs start.
Got the 68 here trying to poke his nose up underneath the 88, making a little bit of a move.
Well, look at this. This is perfect right here. Looking at this hood view. Crosby.
Oh,
something's going on with Crosby.
Wonder if he got loose and got into the wall. He looks like he hit a ton.
He definitely had to bring that truck to a stop, so something happened.
It doesn't look like he even hit that hard. I'm unsure of what's going on.
He might have knocked the wheel loose and knew if he went into pit road, he was going to just smash into the wall. Yeah, look at them bobbing right there. The wheel might be loose. The right front is probably loose on that car. Those bobbles right after hitting that wall kind of tell a story of broken material.
Yeah, well, he's gonna go down pit lane and get that looked at and get some new tires on there probably. We'll go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back.
Thank you, Agent State Farm.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut. Hey, Arnold, I'm hearing neighbor. It's neighbor.
That's what I said. Neighbor.
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 Hey, let's go again.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Cut.
Now what?
It's neighbor.
Neighbor!
Cut.
Neighbor.
Yeah, neighbor. Just like it's written on the paper. This lady is in labor!
Cut!
Look at this. This is labor. Like a good neighbor. That was the sheep. And you know it.
It's like you're cold. Brr.
Yeah, I'm cold. Bah. Neighbor.
Still no.
Like a good neighbor.
Cut.
Burr.
Bah.
Burr.
Bah.
Burr.
Bah.
Neighbor.
Neighbor.
Burr.
Bah.
Burr.
Bah! Get me under this chopper.
It's pronounced chopper.
Don't.
It is.
Neighbor! A little bit more concealer.
Hey, Arnold. It's got a bit of a script change.
Script change.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we are back. Here we are, green flag, green flag. Judson Curtis is getting a huge start. We currently about to finish up lap. Oh, and the 68, he's spinning. He's able to save it. Man, and we are gonna stay green. What a save by the 68. Oh, and there comes the caution. Wild chain of events. Well, while we are on a caution, we're going to interview the 73 car of John Crosby. John, man, earlier there, you had a huge lead. You were up to a 1.5-second lead on the rest of the pack there. And then the next thing we know, we see you tap the wall and you have to cut down. What happened out there?
So it's always my luck. I don't know what happened, but I either had an eyelash or I was getting sweat in my eye and it was burning. So I had to close my left eye and try and run that, and I just couldn't do it anymore, and it was burning like crazy. So that's honestly what happened.
Oh man, that is just unfortunate events there, dude. Well, hopefully you're able to go back out there and fight your way back up into the lead position. How's the track actually doing for you? How's the truck feel out there?
It's a little tight on entry. Honestly, not bad on exit. It's not too loose for me. So it's just trying to find that happy medium coming into the corner. Trying to brake hard, but not too hard to slide it. So it's just trying to find, like I said, trying to find that happy medium. So, but we'll see what happens, and hopefully I can get back up to the front.
Yeah, and speaking of that, man, do you have something in mind, or you want to discuss what it's going to take for you to get back up there in that lead pack?
Honestly, track position. That is the biggest thing here, in my opinion. Yeah, tires are kind of important, but I think track position is the most. So on the restart, try and be as aggressive as possible without, wrecking somebody, putting them in the wall. So that's my my option here, is to just be as aggressive as possible and see what we can do.
Awesome, man. Well, I appreciate you taking the time out and interviewing with us here, man. I wish you the best of luck and hope that we're able to talk to you here later on.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Well, that was our interview with the 79, my fellow teammate on Beer Run Racing, John Crosby. He's currently sitting in 6th. You heard what he said. He's going to have to really focus on being as aggressive as he safely can be here on these restarts. Try and get some of that track position, because track position here is huge. So you see he was able to work his way on the outside there, kind of scrubbed the wall and lost some of that momentum. But once you gain that track position, it is so hard to pass people here. So it's just whatever you can get there in the very beginning on these restarts is huge for success here at the track. It does sound like we got somebody spinning.
Oh, we do, Christian.
That's a 23 of Thomas Long there coming out of turn 4. Caution is going to come out here, lap 67 of 175. This is going to possibly be our stage break. No, my bad. It is not lap 70. It is lap 75. So this is not going to be our stage break. We're just going to have a normal caution here. And while that happens, these guys figure out what they're going to do. We're going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back to Premier League with DES.
Ship my pants? Right here? Ship my pants? You're kidding. You can ship your pants right here. You hear that? I can ship my pants for free.
Wow. I just may ship my pants.
Yeah, ship your pants. Billy, you can ship your pants too.
I can't wait to ship my pants, Dad.
I just shipped my pants, and it's very convenient.
Very convenient.
I just shipped my drawers.
I just shipped my nightie.
I just shipped my bed.
If you can't find what you're looking for in store, we'll find it at Kmart.com right now and ship it to you for free.
Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud. Wines. Bud.
All right, here we are, man. Christian, I'm going to join you here. Edwin had to step out. Here we are, green flag. Christian, what do you think?
Man, I think I'm glad I'm not out there, because this track and me do not get along. You know, I cannot figure this out. It's a lot of fun, you know, just doing practice sessions and everything, but in a race, I can't. Well, it's better them than me, I guess.
Well, it's smoking hot out here. The track is hot. Let's see if I can bring up the track temperature somehow.
Yeah, it is a hot track. That is 125 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that track is scorcher.
Sure is. I don't know. Yeah, it's 120. Ooh. Uh-oh.
73 there already on the radio apologizing. Sounds like he might have overcooked it and got into the back of the 5 there, but luckily for him, he doesn't seem to have too much damage, and this is going to be our conclusion of stage 2. Yep, it will be our stage break. These guys are probably all mainly going to pit. Yeah, you see the leaders, they're all going down, and it's just going to be single file from there on. A few people electing to stay out, but not too many, so luckily for the 5, he's going to have time. A lot of people going down pit road, and hopefully he's able to move back up to the top.
Let's take a look at a quick commercial, and we're going to be right back.
This looks great. This must be yours. I found it on the kitchen table.
Thanks.
Mommy, have you seen my hamster?
Well, isn't he asleep in his cage?
Have you seen my hamster then?
No.
But honey, go upstairs and look thoroughly. I mean, sure. Probably behind the bed, like where you found him last time.
Okay.
Bud. Wise. Bud. Wise. Bud.
Clear the mic. All right, here we are back. Christian, man, we're about to go green flag here. This is the end of our second stage break. We got about 100 laps to go green. I think we're going to have a great big green flag run. Christian, what do you think?
I really hope so. You know, it's going to be fun to watch these guys on those longer runs and seeing how they battle each other out. You know, like I was talking about earlier, this track is so difficult to pass anybody that it just makes some of those battles more interesting. It's more about if the guy in front of you can make a mistake before you do. Oh, we got the 32 sliding.
Oh,
Caution's
that's
going to
yellow.
come out. And we'll go back here in a second, see what happened with the 32 of Jonathan Geist.
Oh, just loose.
Looks like he might have just overcooked the, well, hold on.
The 50, did the 50s? Oh, yeah, the 56
got
got into him.
56 got into the back of him. Yeah, I don't know if he just had a better run or if he wasn't anticipating the braking zone of the 32, but yeah, he just got into the back of him there and spun him around.
Yep.
It's just one of those unfortunate incidences of short track here, you know. Something like that's not malicious. It's definitely not really any fault of the other drivers. It's just you can never completely anticipate what the driver in front of you is going to do.
And he felt bad. He was right on the... We could hear him on the track mic, which you guys can't hear, and yeah.
Yeah, he apologized. I mean, before the yellow flag even came out, he knew as soon as he hit him and got him loose, dude. But it does sound like the 32 is saying that he didn't really receive much damage. The only damage he's going to receive is going to be like some kind of aero damage from that rear end. But this being a 1 mile track, that aero damage isn't really going to affect him that much. So hopefully we can see him work his way back up to where he was.
All right, we're muted. Ooh.
Welcome back, welcome back. Took a little short break there, but we are getting ready to go green. We got the pace car, just gonna drop low. These guys, as soon as they come out of that turn is where that Geico restart zone is. They're already inside of it as soon as they exit that turn 4. So it's really on that leader, who currently is Todd Perron, that 69, on when he's gonna start, man.
A little loose back there.
Yeah.
No flag. Uh-oh.
Oh, 35. He clears out the 73. Spins him back around.
All right, let's go back and take a look at that.
Oh. Just had a lot. I think he was just anticipating that bottom line to keep moving, and that 73 had to check up to stay out of the 88.
And he was like a ping pong ball. Yeah. He hit the 73, the 35, couldn't check up into him, and oh, yeah.
Man, that's unfortunate, man, but hopefully they didn't sustain too much damage and they can get back out on there. We have completed 87 or 86. We are currently halfway through 87 of 175. So I don't know. These guys got about 88 laps left, 87 laps.
Well, I think we're going to go green.
Most of these guys are going to be able to push their way back up, right?
I think we're going to go green. We're going to get a green flag run here. And, I think they're going to try to get the opportunity to get up there. And I still think we have some good racing ahead of us.
Yeah, same.
I had muted us.
Here we go. Pace car is off, about to go green here. Lap 89, about to start lap 90 of 175 here. Martinsville Speedway with the DES Premier Truck League, rather. 69 still out there up front. The 88, Hunter Davis and Curtis, they're going to be fighting each other to see who's going to take that second place position. A battle like this right now, I think, is huge. Whoever's going to come out on top is going to hold that position for the majority of the remaining laps. And so these guys are going to be fighting hard. It's just one of those, who's going to give first, and it looks like the 88 is going to be that one that loses that position.
He just had to fall in line at that point, Christian, I think. I mean, if they went too wide, you know what was going to happen was Todd Perront from Canada was going to be a mile ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure if that's the 88 backing out to try and maintain his materials out there with the tires that he's got, or if that was just the perseverance of a great driver, such as the 35. I mean, he's such a high caliber driver. Comes in here, he gets wins. He's getting wins in other leagues. I mean, he's really good at what he does, and I don't know if that's what happened there, but it does look like he's going to be trying to make a move on our leader.
It sure does. And one thing to keep in mind, I don't know how much this matters, but our leader, Todd Perront, does have 26 laps on his tires when everybody else has 18 laps on their tires. So I don't know how much that will matter, but Todd's a little bit weaker on the rubber on the ground.
Yeah, and this might be part of his strategy. He was lucky enough to work his way up there into the front, and been kind of having a big lead up until now when he just lost it to the 35. But I see him do some crazy strategies. He might end up staying out on tires longer than everybody else, because once he does go and get fresher tires, number one, he might have more sets. Number two, he might pit when others don't, and he's just going to be able to pick them off and work his way back up.
We have Charles Connor with, what happened here? Right up into the wall.
It looks like the 73.
There is no caution.
Yeah, I think he's still got some residual damage from earlier that he's battling with, and that's what's going on with him.
There was no caution from that, so we are going green.
Yeah, these guys are going to keep battling it out here. Got some of these guys, I mean, they're just falling in line, kind of pushing it and hoping for the best at this point.
And Judson Curtis has almost got a second ahead here. Hunter Davis in second, breathing down Todd Perront's neck.
Yeah, these guys, I mean, especially somebody like Judson Curtis on fresher tires, he's going to be pushing it a lot harder. 69 is just going to have to hold on to what real estate he has at this current moment in time and just hope that a caution comes out here in the next couple laps so he can go get some fresh tires. But at that point, I think everybody else would elect to go in and get some new tires.
Do you think 7 laps matters that much between him and the rest of the top 5?
I think it depends on how hard you're pushing it. I mean, he could have conserved those extra 7. He's got 7 more than the guys around him, and he could have been conserving, so they could be, pretty close to even tire wear here. But at the same time, I don't know if him being in the lead as long as he was and as far ahead as he was, if he really was conserving to the rate that he would need to kind of have an even battlefield out there with the guys around him.
Man, well, Judson's pulling 1.3 seconds ahead now, 1.4. I mean, they're going to be 1.5 here in a second. So he's got a little bit of a lead on him.
88 sniffing up the trail of the 69 there, but he's got his own battle to worry about with the 67 behind him.
Well, here's a green flag run. Knock on wood, hopefully. Jinxing us. See, if I say that, Christian, you know what's going to happen. Whoa.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was just looking. Chuck Burley is currently 4 laps down. He's in 9th place. That means only the top 8 drivers there are on the lead lap. And John Crosby, these laps are just ticking away for him. He is hurt. He's in the pits. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue here tonight.
So Todd's got he's still down 1.5 seconds almost, or 1.3 seconds. We're gonna see another caution
right now,
before
I think
the end of
his
this.
plan is just going to be trying to hold off the traffic behind him. Yeah,
But
I think
Hunter, I don't think Hunter has that same plan though. I mean, look at Hunter. Oh no, what did he do? He went a little wide. Oh, he lost 2 positions on that one turn. You see that?
Yeah, I think the attrition on these tires are going to start getting to him here. Hunter Davis, 31 laps on his tires. I don't know how much that is going to affect the way that the car handles, or if that's just going to be, slowing him down. But yeah, he lost a ton there.
I don't get it. I was in the middle of a sentence about talking about how he was about to pass Todd Perrant, and then he did that. Ooh.
Yeah, it's almost like the broadcaster's curse, man. As soon as you start talking about somebody, sure enough, they're gonna end up doing something.
Always. I'm taking a look from Todd Perrant's back bumper. Still 1.3 seconds
When we get
behind
it-
Judson Curtis, but man, there is a fight behind Todd with Charles Connor, Brandon Hinton trying to come back up, and Tom Ringer.
Yeah, and here in a little bit, if we look at the points for where everybody's sitting in DES, I do believe Todd Perrant is up there a good ways. And this is going to help him a lot with the points that he's going to be scoring here. I don't remember where he came in any of the stage breaks, but if he's able to finish this race in the top 3, that's going to give him a huge boost.
Man, Charles Connor looking right at the back of that. Still 1.3 seconds behind the leader, Todd is.
Yeah, that number jumped up to 1.6 real quick there. I mean, he's just going to keep running away with this. 67, man, he's getting close. He's just waiting for 69 to make a mistake or something so he can get around him. See, something like that. I mean, all it's going to take is for the 69 to open that door.
Oh.
As he does there, 67, he's going to shoot in there, but he
That was too much.
overcooks it trying to finish that pass. And that right there, I mean, that hurt. That made him lose a couple positions.
I'm pretty sure when Todd passed him back there, you heard, ha ha.
Yeah, that's was always funny with some of the emojis he would put on his truck as he would pass you doing and that you would just see some hilarious images.
Let's not talk about Todd's paint jobs. Trying to keep this PG here.
Absolutely, yeah, but some of them are. I mean, you can't help but laugh when you're staring at them.
Man, now it's 2.3 seconds behind Judson Curtis and Brandon Hinton is. So in that little thing when they're
loose.
Oh,
Getting loose again. Those tires are hot. It's going to take him a couple laps to get him cooled down to where he could be back on the pace he was on, but it made him lose 2 positions.
yeah, he fell behind his teammate Tom Ringer, who's sniffing on Charles Connor's bumper. Brandon Hinton's right there, but Brandon Hinton is
first place.
2.2 seconds behind the leader now. So the Judson Curtis has got quite the lead.
Yeah, he's just running away from this here tonight. I mean, looking at the big gap that he's got there, but he's about to come up on lap traffic, so it'll be interesting to see. It's the 8th place, Sean Dion, who's about to go down from getting lapped by the leader. He is a respectable enough driver to where I know he will get out of the way. He'll push up once it comes time for the 35 to pass him.
And that's exactly what he just did there. We do sitting in pit row. Who do we have here? Oh. Anyway, Mark Holloway is 6 laps down. Unfortunately, he got taken out in the race, and it looks like he had to call it a day. But it is Mark's birthday. Unfortunately, it didn't work out as well as he probably wanted it to.
Oh,
but happy
caution's
birthday,
out.
Mark!
Looks. Yep, happy birthday, Mark. Sorry that a caution comes out as we're shouting you out for your birthday. Also, happy birthday to the Army. 250
That's right.
years. Oh, 68 just got into the Charles Connor. Let's see what happened here. 68. 67 was clear and dropped to the bottom. And it looks like it was just really late when he dropped to the bottom. So although he was clear, the 68 of Tom Ringer wasn't able to slow up in time. So you see right there, 67, he is clear, but I mean that was a little late to be trying to pull that move. Try and do a front nose if you can of the 68 there.
Oh, let me go back. Like that there?
Yeah, he just tried that move a little too. Yep. I think he just tried that move a little too late. He was clear, and then he wasn't right there at the last second. But these guys, a bunch of them have came down pit road. Have some that stayed out. You have the 5, Brandon Hinton. He ended up staying out. 68, Tom Ringer stayed out. 3, Sean Dion. There's a bunch of them that stayed out. Some of them did go in and get tires, and I feel like it's going to be mostly the guys a lap down, so maybe they are just now pitting, and I'm reading it wrong, but lap 124 of 175, nearly in the books. We'll be going green here in just a few laps.
All right, man, we're about to go green flag here again, Christian.
Not sure what happened in the pit cycle there. Not sure if everybody actually got tires or not. But the 35,
no.
He makes a move.
Oh, no.
Hits into the 5, clears him out. We are going to stay green. He was able to save it. Oh, caution did come out.
Oh, no. Well, we're gonna go to a quick commercial here, and we'll be right back.
Ahead,
and we're going to take a look at that replay. No problem, man. Let's see here.
Hi there, I'm Denise St. Clair, and I am so excited to introduce my co-host for today's exciting event. Former champion of the Albuquerque Open, it's Monica Blake, everybody.
I'm thrilled to be here, Denise. Why don't we get started?
Absolutely.
So no one wants to play with dirty equipment. That's why you have to keep your balls clean. Problem is, bar of soap just doesn't cut it. See? Still dirty.
Well, how can guys clean their balls so that they're more enjoyable to play with?
Well, there's finally a tool that can really get the job done. The Axe Detailer. Cleans your balls. Why don't we start with these small balls? With a soft side for lather, and a rough side for scrubbing. This can make any ball sparkly and new. Go ahead and play with those clean balls, Denise.
Wow. Could play with these balls all day. Let's see if the audience has any questions. You there.
Can it clean these filthy balls?
Throw those fuzzy suckers down here. Look. Cleans right through the prickly surface.
What about my ball sack?
Just plop it right here and let's get to work. It's a big ball sack.
Monica, it looks like we have time for one more demonstration.
Come out here, Mr. Hackerman.
Monica, can you help me with these dirty...
All right, here we are, man. This is a short track. We don't have much time to get through those commercials. Have to cut them short, but here we go. What do you think, Christian?
I think it's gonna clean up here in the latter stages. You know, we're in our final stage. We've only got, what is that, 45 laps to go. Hopefully we start going green here a lot more.
So nobody really pitted. We have 8 laps on just about everybody's tires.
Yeah, I think everybody pitted that last caution, and then this caution came out almost immediately. So these guys elected not to go back down pit road. You know, they've got fresh tires, full tank of gas.
But there we have one of our regulars in first place, Tom Ringer. Let's put up the ticker on the side.
This would be big for Tom Ringer if he can secure first place points here. I mean, he's sitting pretty good in the playoff running, but this will just push him up there and elevate him even further.
Hey, Justin Curtis is sniffing the rear end too.
Yeah, when we get a minute, can we take a look at the point standings for these guys?
Definitely. Let me, while we watch these guys fight right here, let me get some of that up. Looks like that pass happened while I was looking at that there.
Oh, 67 loops it, goes hard into the inside wall.
Oh, no.
That is going to probably be a race ender. I imagine he sustained a lot of damage. He hit that inside wall a ton. Watch him coming out of turn 4 here. I think it's just too much throttle. He ends up looping it and just gets sent into the inside wall. Bank. Dang.
Man.
Yeah, hopefully for him, it didn't get too much damage, but yeah, he's already on the radio saying he's got a blown engine. He's going to end up being done for the night. He was running so good tonight, too. That's unfortunate for him.
Well, let's take a look here. Here is the standings. Let's see if I can make this a little bigger so everybody can read it on the screen.
Yeah, while he does that, I'll look in here. You got Hunter Davis, who has 3 wins. Those wins all came back to back to back. He was on a hot streak there. He's currently sitting in P1 with 294 points. Tom Ringer, who are currently watching for the leader, he's only 13 points behind the leader, and the leader is sitting in 6th. So if he's able to secure this win here tonight, that's going to propel him to being our current points leader and, hopeful for the regular season championship. We are on week 11 here, Damon.
But also
These
in
guys,
third and
I mean, we've got
we
5 races left.
yeah, but let's not forget, Todd Perron and Brandon Hinton in third and fourth. They're currently running third and fourth in the race. They're right there as well. They're not. They're only.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are all so close.
32 points behind Tom Ring.
Yeah, and no, that's 32 points behind the next guy.
Yeah.
But most of those guys have secured their playoff points. They are hopeful that the next 5 weeks are going to go their way. But these guys also are thinking about that regular season championship. Whoever comes out in first place in the regular season is going to be, crowned our regular season champ. And then going into the playoffs, the top 10, their points are going to be reset down to 0. So right now, the battle for these guys up top, they know that they're in. They don't even have to race any more races this season, and they'll make it into the playoffs. Tom Ringer is fighting for that championship.
And here we are, green flag. Ooh, sorry about that.
That was a look at the 67. He was involved in that last incident that brought that caution out. His engine's blown. He's not going to be able to come out here and finish this race. These guys now are all kind of just set in a groove here. They're able to run their line. They're not fighting anybody. So I think the next little bit of laps is going to iron themselves out. And we're probably looking pretty close to, if we stay green the rest of this race, where these guys are going to finish. But with 30 laps left to go and 21 lap old tires, these guys are going to be begging for a caution here in the next 20 laps.
They sure are. Do you think we could go green flag to the end of this? I don't think so. Could we?
Sorry, what was that last question you asked?
They couldn't go. If we went green flag till the end, they'd have to pit with this many laps on their tires?
Yeah, I don't... The tires, I think these guys, if they really wanted to, and they're not losing positions, and they're able to handle the car, I don't think the tires are going to be what brings them in. What concerns me is fuel mileage. Are these guys going to have enough fuel, being 23 laps in already, to, finish this race on what they have? Amazing enough, we really only have 7 people on the lead lap here. Kind of crazy to think when you look at it. I mean, we started with 22 drivers tonight. Now we're down to 7 on the lead lap. Track temp is it's up to 127 degrees, so that track is actually getting hotter the more that these guys run around it.
Yeah, hotter, huh?
It's
25 laps to go.
It's just been rough out there tonight. looking at this field, man, they're so spread out. I mean, you got the top four are on the straightaway together, and then you've got scragglers. You got fifth and sixth who are so spread out, and then you've got a seventh, eighth, and ninth. They're back there, kind of close to each other. Ninth place and eighth place are laps down, so the seventh place is just letting them go by here. You know, he's not actually losing track position, so.
Look at the field and the track map up there. They are definitely spread out.
Yeah, and it's not going to be long before our leader here, Judson Curtis, is going to be running into lap traffic, and hopefully these guys are going to, you know, not hinder anybody's run here. The 5, he looks like he's caught up. He's trying to make a move on the 68. Meanwhile, the 68's doing everything that he can to try and catch up to Curtis. We can go back now, I guess, and I can talk about S7. Here we are. Oh, that's fine. We got 15 laps remaining, and the leaders are starting to catch a little bit of lap traffic here. You see the one, the first place, the 35 Judson Curtis. He just made a pass on Sean Dion there. That's going to put him a lap down. Now we only have 6 cars on the lead lap. And I mean, the 5 is just unable to make a pass on the 68 there. They're just cruising. I mean, running the same line, and that's just one of the hard things about this track, Damon, is it is difficult to pass.
It is. This is a hard track right now, especially with the heat, you know, and the temperature. It's difficult. We obviously saw that tonight.
Yeah, it's just this track. I mean, the elevation change between the asphalt and the concrete. I mean, it drops, so it's more slanted down there on the concrete. So that's going to be where you're going to need to run in order to you know, make it around this track with any kind of speed. And so it just makes it almost impossible to put pass somebody on the outside of the track there. It's really hard to do. You can do it. It's just extremely difficult. And your best hope is that the guy in front of you makes a mistake, washes up, and gives you the inside. As it does look like we have a battle going on for 4th place behind him there. Tanner Honeycutt, he just made it around the 3. And I thought that was the battle that I was watching, but it was actually the 13 trying to make it around that lap car.
You know, and then we do have Tom and Brandon Hinton here fighting for 2nd. Judson Curtis is in the lead, got quite the distance ahead.
I'm amazed that these guys are still out on track. Nobody has elected to try and go get tires. You know, we've stayed green this whole time, and I think maybe we're holding off for a caution, but that ship has sailed here. I mean, with less than 10 laps to go, I don't think anybody would go down and take tires if the leaders don't. If the leaders decide to take tires, I think everybody's coming down. But the leaders got to worry about, yeah, I mean, we...
Top 6 got 46 laps. 46, yep, 46 laps on their tires.
Yeah, that's wild. I mean, if a caution came out now, Tom would have the debate of to pit or not to pit. If he pits, he might just be the only person to do it, or everybody's going to follow him down.
It'd actually be Judson making that debate, right?
Or yeah, Judson. That's who I was thinking of. We were just locked onto the 68, so I lost track. But it does look like the 68 might be gaining a little bit. It was to a 2-second gap there with 5 to go. Now he's cut it down to a 1-second gap.
You don't have much time with 5 to go, though, man. He's gonna, if Tom Ringer's gonna think about doing this under green flag, he needs to be making much more of a move than that.
The only issue I think is these guys just their trucks don't have much left. Those tires gotta be feeling extremely bad right now.
Well, the other question is, can Brandon Hinton take 2nd place away from Tom? You have 5 laps left. This is where Brandon Hinton's going to make his move.
Yeah, that gap's not getting any smaller up there to 1st place. He's still there around the 1-second mark. And I don't know, Brandon Hinton, I mean, he hasn't made any moves yet. If he's going to, right now would be the time. He needs to start working on it like 2 laps ago to make this pass, because it takes so long once you commit to doing it, right? But I don't know if I honestly don't know if these trucks got anything left in them. Those tires are going to be so worn down.
51 laps. I know they're all there, but man, it's a lot of laps in some tires. Final lap. Got Judson Curtis. I don't think Brandon Hinton can really make a move unless Tom Ringer messes up here at this point.
Yeah, coming out of turn 4 here, that book is already written. We're going to have the finish here. Judson Curtis coming in 1st place, followed by the 68 Tom Ringer.
Man, then we have Brandon Hinton
Brandon
3rd.
Hinton, that's going to be your top 3. Yep. Tanner Honeycutt in 4th. Todd Prawn securing 5th place. Hunter Davis in 6th. Sean Dion 7th. Chuck Burley 8th. Brian Susan 9th. And Jonathan Geisen 10th.
All right, let's see if I can find... Is Brandon Hinton in here? I don't see him. Do you?
Let me pull it up and look real quick. No, I don't see him in here.
All right, let's give a second here. Let's take a look at Judson Curtis doing his burnout.
see if we can get our third place finisher over into the Discord so we can get him up into the booth and talk to him. Just bear with us for a couple more seconds.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look here if we can get Tom Ringer up here. Man, Tom Ringer, second place, man. Congratulations, man. How did you get there?
It was a lot of hard work. Worked at it, worked at it, worked at it. Got spun a couple times, but you know, just kind of kept my foot in it and see what I can do.
Yeah, man. I mean, you started in fourth. You guys kind of had an early race mishap there with a guy getting loose underneath you and spinning you. You know, having that kind of damage and having to fight your way back up, man. Like, walk me through what you had to do, whether it was strategy, consistency, or speed on getting to where you finished.
You know, there was 3 minutes of damage, and what happens is it takes a little while to get yourself back to a point where you can rip the corner around the corner. The problem is it's such a short track, you only get up to 20 seconds worth of repairs. So every chance I went in. Luckily, the cautions fell where they did, and I still was about 1 minute 15 seconds left at the end of the race. So there's no way you're going to get all your damage fixed. You just gotta just be persistent and just keep doing your same line, your same corners. It's hard because it's hard to pass here.
Yeah, this track is really hard to pass on that outside with it being uneven and stuff, man. But there for a while, you were battling with the five behind you. Was your inch there to just hold him off the best he could, or did you just burn up your tires?
Well, I actually had pretty good tires. I had about the same as what Brandon did. The problem is I knew Justin was faster. So I was keeping him behind me the best I could. But at one point, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to burn my tires up. Then I'm going to get passed by Brandon and whoever else. So I just let Justin go because there's no way I could keep up with him. He had the truck today. So I just let him go, keep my points where they're at, and just try to get a solid finish out of it. Luckily, it ended up being two. I could hold Brandon off. He was coming, but I knew at certain points I could let him get close to me, but then I could pull away from him.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations on your second point or second place finish. Those points are going to help a lot. I mean, you're sitting pretty good in the regular season point standings, man. So good luck. Got 5 races left before playoffs.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good one.
Yep, take it easy, man. So our man, he pushed it and he did a good job holding off Brandon Hinton for that second place finish. But now up in the booth, we have the 35 of Judson Curtis, our race winner. Man, and Judson, that was a show you put on there. You finished with over a second between you and second place.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know how I did it, but I need to apologize to Brandon there. I kind of doored him pretty good. I didn't have no problems with coming off them starts like that, but that truck got away from me one time, and I dove off on the inside and doored him pretty good there. So Brandon, I apologize, man.
Yeah, man, that's just some good sportsmanship there, man. We like to see that, especially throughout the league, trying to be friendly with all the other drivers. But man, there you had a 2-second lead at one point, and that got cut down to 1. Were you just trying to hang out up there and be comfortable, or did that long run kind of take its toll on your tires?
I honestly, I felt pretty good with the truck itself. The track I don't feel comfortable with, but I do think the groove's starting to widen out a little bit on the longer run, and you could really run the top and kind of arc it and diamond it down. So that's what I was just kind of trying to do. The long run, I really feel like was in my ball field, and I'm glad we were able to get one up in there. So we'll take it.
Yeah, man, that was awesome. It's just a show of your skill on driving. Now, that is 2 in a row. You think you're going to be able to get 3 in row coming next week?
And I don't want to put that pressure on me, so we'll just continue to drink 3 more beers on top of the ones we've already had tonight, and we'll call it even.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, congratulations, man. We got 5 races left in the regular season. Your win put you up in 7th last week, so I imagine you're going to be sitting a lot better once the points come out later on. So, man, congratulations on your first place finish.
I appreciate it, y'all. Y'all have a good evening, and enjoy the race. And then thanks for putting this together.
Man, Christian.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Have a good night. Yep. That
Man,
was
Christian,
some
there's
short
been
track racing tonight.
Yep, yeah, definitely some short track racing, man. But man, what a crazy broadcast! A lot of stuff going on, but a lot of racing there at the end of that too. And Christian, thank you, man. And we're gonna see everybody tomorrow night, Sunday, for Xfinity, 8 p.m. Eastern. We have our Xfinity race. Looking forward to that. Where is that, Christian? Do you remember? No.
I can pull it up. I do not remember. I can pull it up real quick. It is going to be Talladega tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! All right, that's going to close it out. That's going to be interesting. There's going to be a lot of people there.
That is going to be a great close to the weekend here with all these short.
Yeah, I might just get in there.
Seeing these guys run around Talladega, high speeds, bump drafting. Yeah.
Man, that's gonna be crazy, Christian. Thank you for helping out, and Edwin. Hope your kids are feeling better, and everybody, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night. See ya.